Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Dental Tools. We got it. We got it here. It's the Black Friday leaked ad for Harbor Freight. Thanks, big thanks to the Agent Deep Freight Cadre. We got a new member who brought this to us. Man, oh man, this is big time. We got this one. Oh, so early, more than a month early on this one. Let's jump through it. First off, here's what we got. I've only got one source on this. I tried to verify it. I tried to find out if it got leaked somewhere else. I can't find it anywhere else. If you've got one of these, if you somehow got it and you can verify it, put it down in the comments, verified, okay? So we know this is going on, but I looked at everything I could look at here, and it looks legit to me. What we got is we got November, we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This is a week of Thanksgiving, okay? We Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Inside Track members only. Of course, you're all Inside Track members, so that means you get to get in. All right, everyone else comes in. It says Thursday, but I think it also says closed Thursday, online only, okay? Now, I know a lot of people are like, better resolutions. Come on, these are undercover bears. They can only do so much. They got old school phones, probably a flip phone, all right? It's all they got. We're not going to complain. You know what? You get what you get and you don't get upset. That's what I tell my Cubs. So that's what we're going to do here. And if you ask like, well, what about this? What about this? I'm going to show you everything I have. All right. That's all I got on this. Trust me, I'm not holding anything back. All right. So Thursday is Thanksgiving. Hopefully you're going to be home with your family. It's going to be online only. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, free game. All right. Game on for everybody else. Let's jump through the items. All right, first off, what we got here? We got the U.S. General 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics tool carts. Can't call them Skittles-like colors now. They got gray and black and white. I guess M&M colors. $189.99, $190. Call it what it is. That is a great price on those carts. Oh my gosh, give me flashbacks. That's such a good price. Check this out. We got the Badlands 3-ton off-road jack for $280. That is a monster of a jack. It's fabulous. I got one in my shop. It's sitting right there, right next to my Daytona. It'll lift my 1-ton pickup truck in the gravel outside. It's great, a great unit there. The Badlands ZXR 12,000-pound truck SUV winch with wire rope. $280 on this. Now I'll be honest. I've said this before. You can go back and watch my other coverage on Harbor Freight's Black Friday sales. Usually, they're meh. They're mid at best. If you know what the kids are saying these days. This one is better than average, okay? Now, you're not going to see any kind of like stupid doorbuster deals where they only have 3 of them in stock and you got to wait in line for 5 hours. These are going to be solid deals. Solid. Now, Hercules right here, this is a go-to buy it now price. We've seen this price before, but when it hits this price, we don't know when it's going to hit this price, but $300, that was the launch price when this thing came out. It's still a fabulous saw at that price, all right? Now let's keep going down from there. We got the Armstrong, my head's over it. Let me scroll up a little bit. We got the Armstrong 37-inch, 80-inch full motion TV wall mount for $28. That's all right. Let's talk about the Hercules kit, all right? We got to talk about the Hercules kit. Buy any of these kits, get a second battery free. So you got the impact, the drill, and the hammer drill. I think, oh no, it's just the impact and the drill. My bad. I take it back. Hint going forward towards what's coming up with Bauer. Anyway, so you get the charger, and then you get another 20-volt, 2.5 amp hour lithium battery free. So you're getting 2 batteries, the tool and the charger for $98. And remember, these are the new brushless, 5-year warranty, 3-year on the tool, or on the battery and the charger. These are, go over, check out our buddies over at Torque Test channel. The best bang for the buck impact driver on the market. Period. The thing is an absolute beast. I've shown them in videos. Now, I'll be honest. If you need more power, there is more power out there. But for the dollar, for the size, I've got the Flex 24 volt, fantastic impact driver. But it's a big impact driver with a big price tag attached. You're not going to get that thing as a kit, much less with 2 batteries, for under $100. Now let's keep going here. We got let's see here. You can barely see it. We got, talk about another one, best bang for the buck. 1/2-inch composite impact air wrench there. If you guys are still doing air tools, get off your dinosaur, get down to Harbor Freight for Black Friday and pick this sucker up because, again, best bang for the buck at $94. That's an unreal price. Now, we're going to jump over here a page so you can see it better. There we go. Now, we got the Flux 25 welder. That is $88 you want to keep back in your wallet. I'm sorry, I know it's super cheap and stuff, but that titanium at $148 is a screaming deal. All right, that is a ridiculous, that is a fantastic welder. I've got one myself. In fact, I bought it myself. I've got a video on it on the channel comparing it to the Chicago Electric. It's just night and day, and the size difference is night and day. The ease of use is night and day. And $148, that is some retro pricing right there. Speaking of which, right next to it, we got the Predator 212cc, the quintessential old school go-kart engine before they came out with that ghost engine. Anyway, $100. That again, old school pricing on that. Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile jack there. Not the fancy Daytona, but for the average Joe who just needs to get it up off the ground, 3-ton, it'll get it up there. Lifts up to 19 7/8 inch highs, not as high as my low profile long reach, but good enough for 95% of the people out there. At $95, it's a solid jack. You'll do just fine with it. Now let's talk about air compressors here. I've said it before, either go small or go big. The mid-range, the 10 to 20s, I just don't see a point of them anymore. Because if you're running air tools, if you're running that air impact, you want more SCFM. You want that higher level, compression you're going to get in the bigger compression, the more air you can get from the bigger compressors. Okay, and the small compressors, they're great for small, silent work. You're running brad nails, you're running smaller nails, you're doing airing up stuff, your tires and whatnot, blowing things off. They work great. I have the 2-gallon Fortress. I think it's fantastic. I also have this 27-gallon, the one there on, I think it's on your left, the 27-gallon 200 PSI. That's my shop air compressor. Sitting right over there. Got a hose reel attached to it. Thing is fantastic. It's a workhorse of an air compressor. The 26-gallon one, honestly, I'm kind of confused why Harbor Freight keeps both of these because they're so close. The 200 PSI one does 5.1 SCFM at 200 PSI, but I mean, who's running at 200 PSI? And the 26-gallon one is running 4.5 SCFM at 90 PSI, which is a more reasonable kind of one. But still, this is they're both solid compressors. Your choice for $350. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. Next to it, we've got to the right, we've got the portable car kite, as we call it here in Montana, with the winds that we got. I don't use these. I can't. We are in a high wind area. But a lot of viewers have chimed in and emailed and say, hey, you got to talk about this thing. It's actually really great for the money. So that's their word, not mine, but they're people I trust. So I'd take it from them. We got look at this, Hardy Nitrile gloves. Who's feeling like we're in a time warp here? Is it Throwback Thursdays or something? $4.89 for a box of 100. That is a great price. We got the Thunderbolt Edge. Solid batteries coming in at $4 on that. And then we got down here in the yellow strip, we got your basic kind of stuff. We got was it 100 pack of zip ties for $188, the 30 cal ammo box there for $294. Throwback pricing again. You're looking, I think it's been a couple 2-3 years since it's been that price. That is I've got a ton of those boxes and they last just forever. They're almost indestructible. The ratcheting tie downs, those are okay. $10 on the titanium drill bit set. Yeah, it's all right. Fully polished combat, $178 the magnet toolbar. That's a must-have. There's tons of places you can use those things around the shop. Save an extra 10% off Black Friday now when you use your Harbor Freight credit card. Now remember, Harbor Freight has this thing where they don't stack sales. You can't take this coupon and this sale and stack them together. The only time you can stack is when you get a Harbor Freight credit card and use that 10% off. That will stack on other deals. And again, be smart with your credit. Don't buy something you can't afford. But if you can, buy it, pay it off, get that extra 10%. It's free money, folks. All right, let's go on. We're on the next page here. We got, look at this, U.S. General Series 3 72-inch triple bank roll cab on sale, $1,500, down from $1,800. You've probably seen my video on it. The Harbor Freight sent me one for review. I absolutely love the Series 3, but a lot of people pointed out, and they're not wrong, that at $1,800, it's a bit pricey, hard to justify for most people. Coming down to $1,500, that's going to make you stop and think. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why not just get the 56-inch and get a side cabinet when it comes out? Well, here's the deal. If you're planning to get the hutch for it, there's a world of difference between a 56-inch hutch and a 72-inch hutch. You got to go to the store and you'll see what I mean. Once you get stuff in there, that you don't have places to work really with the 56. I had the 56 or 50, whatever size it was in the Icon. It was all right. I felt a little cramped. The 72 feels like I got room to move in there. We got the Yukon. Look at this. The Yukon coming in at $300. Again, that's some old school pricing. There is nothing wrong with that for a good basic roll cab. Calling it roll cab's a bit ambitious. All right, it's a rolling workbench with 9 drawers, and they're great for the average person. They're just fine. Now, I've done a lot of coverage of the quote-unquote 9-drawer carts that have been out there, the workbenches. And I've said many a time, don't buy this one, get the one over at Home Depot, the Husky. But the Husky keeps going up and up and up in price. I think it's like around $500 right now. I mean, it's the same size, length and height, but depth, it's like 4 or so inches deeper, which adds up mathematically to quite a bit. Plus, it's got the power strip on the side with the USB ports. It's a nice tool cabinet, but it's also not $300. And honestly, some people don't have the space for something that deep. Make sure when you're looking at buying one of these, think about what it's going to be like to get your tape measure out, double the depth on that. It's not quite double, but put it up against the wall and go, hey, am I going to be able to get in here? Like when the car's in here, something else is in here, am I going to be able to do this? Be smart about this. Next is we got the Daytona 3-ton heavy-duty ratcheting jack stands. Now, I know a lot of you old-timers looking at this going, well, that's not much of a deal, but you're thinking Pittsburgh. They're not the new Daytona. Basically, it's like the Series 2 Pittsburgh. It's upgraded. It's got the locking key in it. It's safer. It's got the 6 colors. Not your grandpa's Pittsburgh car jack, okay? At $28, that's actually a pretty good price on that. Next to that, we got the Daytona 1300 capacity self-loading positioning wheel dolly, $90. That's okay. Let's look down here though. Icon 3/8 drive, gold plated ratchet. Can you put a price on class? It's $38. I've got Harbor Freight. It's hard to say no to those things. They're just fun. This one next to it though, I don't know why you would say if you're looking for a creeper seat kind of stuff, like something like that. That seat right there, the new Icon seat, it launched at $100. I thought it was a great deal at $100. It was a solid, big, comfortable seat. At $70, it is a no-brainer. It comes in 4 colors. This is a solid seat. Remember the old little one with the round seat? I said big no on that seat. They had to end up recalling a bunch of them because they were breaking, which I was telling people about. This seat's fantastic. I don't have a second's hesitation in recommending this seat. Let's keep going. We got the tool set there for $30. That's a solid deal on that one. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's a nice little emergency kind of tool case. So is the mechanics tool set next to it, $225 for bargain, entry level, just getting started, kind of one and done it, to get you a bunch of the sockets you need and all the stuff you need. It's not a bad, I guess, starter kit. It's not my favorite. Next to that, we got the 301 mechanics tool set for $169.99. Again, the components individually are not great. I get it. The cover's a whole lot. Just wait. We're going to talk about the Quinn one here in just a minute. In fact, let's get to it right now. The Quinn one is on sale. Let me see if I can get it up here for $300. All right. That's the best single coupon. Now, we've seen percentage off coupons you can use that would get it down to that, but as a single coupon on it, that's fantastic. Next to that, we got the Quinn Master Impact Socket Set for, I think it's $149, $150. We'll take a look at it in just a second. Also, they're going to have their liquidation sale. Remember, it says up to. Not everything. It says it right there. It says up to 78% off. That's open box kind of stuff. Again, remember, talk to the manager of the store. More flies with honey. Be nice. Maybe bake them an apple pie. Buy one at Costco if you're not good at baking. Be nice and go, what's the best deal you can get me on this thing? They want them out of the store as much as you want them in your car, okay? Now let's keep going here. We got, all right, we'll go back to the Quinn, $149.99. That's that's a good socket set, guys. It is. It's a good set. A 61 piece, no skip, SAE and metric, lots of extensions and a swivel. Yeah. All right. Now we come down here. Engine stand, $80. That's an okay sale price, kind of an average sale price. The shop crane at $329. This is the new upgraded shop crane. All right, from the old gray Pittsburgh to the new red Pittsburgh. I think honestly, I don't know if I remember my notes correctly, but I think that is one of the cheaper prices we've seen on the newer one. More expensive than the older one, but cheaper for the new one. The low creeper there, 300-pound capacity. It's a hit or miss creeper, okay? $25 on it. It's not a bad creeper, but they do have a tendency of throwing a wheel, cracking the plastic. It's really kind of roll of the dice. Maybe if you're going to get that, get the extended warranty on it. The Pittsburgh vehicle dollies, if you're only swiveling, like one project, you only do it every once in a while, that should get most people by, depending on weight capacity, of course. Let's keep going. We got the Braun. Is it Braun? We got the 500 lumen LED rechargeable. It usually be Braun. I can't read the text on it. Oh, it's Braun there at the top. Yeah, Braun. I'm still getting over COVID, guys. So $20 on that. That's a solid sale price on it. It's not the lowest we've ever seen, but it's like the buy. Like, hey, if you've been waiting, it's the buy it now price. Same with the 5500 lumen 4-foot linkable LED shop light. Fantastic lighting, linkable lighting, 5,000 lumens or 5,500 lumens for $18. That's a buy it now price. The Ames thermometer, that's a buy it price. That's honestly a really good price for a laser thermometer. If you don't have one, you should have one. Every house should have this tool. You can check if your AC is working, if your heat's working. You can check hot zones, cold zones in the house. It's great for work on the barbecue. I just used one the other day to check and make sure my thermostat was working in my car. You know, you can't really get down at the thermostat itself, but you can see the hose if it's flushing with coolant, right? So that'll show you right there without having to stick your paw in there and have to deal with that. We got the cheap safety glasses. I said I didn't like them. A lot of people were like, oh, no, you're missing out. They're great as cheap sunglasses. I don't do cheap sunglasses. I'm a pretty frugal kind of guy on most things. There's a few things I will spend money on. Sunglasses, for me, is one of them. But you know what? I get it. Everyone, do your own thing there. Performance work gloves, the Hardy stuff there. I think those are Hardy. It's hard to see with the text. Sorry. But if they are Hardy, yeah, that's a no-brainer. You got to grab those. Pop-up lantern, that's a solid little lantern there. The American flag, this is the made in China flag, not the made in USA flag. We got the Voyager tool bag for $4. You can't have enough of those tool bags. They're great for all sorts of stuff. We got the moving blanket. It's a so-so moving blanket. Decent price on that one. Let's keep going. We got the big boy of off-road winches. The Badlands Apex 12,000 with the synthetic rope. $530. Nobody out there can touch this thing. This is a beast of a winch. It's got the synthetic rope. It's not the fastest winch out there, but it gets there. And when you're winching, I don't think speed is what you're really looking for usually. So I think that's a great winch. I know a lot of people, the off-roading community has basically adopted this winch as the default winch. Ask anybody who's off-roading. Go to Matt's Alpha Road Recovery. Let me know what he's using on his rig. Jackery. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Jackery, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, this one right here, 400 watt peak, 290 power station for $250. You can get the Jackery, not the Jackery, you can get the EcoFlow, the River, this is the base River, 256 watt hour, up to 600 watt surge on it. It's a better power station all around. It's using the LiFePO 4 batteries. I don't know about the Jackery if they've upgraded, but last I saw they were using lithium ion batteries, which is you don't want in a power station. Harbor Freight carries both EcoFlow and Jackery. I don't think they carry the lower end Jackery stuff though. I will put a link down below to the EcoFlow because they're doing a huge sale right now. Go over on Amazon. You can check it all out. To be fair, now, a lot of people are like, well, EcoFlow sent you stuff, so that's why you like them. Jackery was the first power station company to send me a product, and it was so bad, I sent it back to them. All right? It was terrible. This was like 5 years ago or something, back when we lived in Vegas. It was awful. I'm like, this thing's a piece of junk. I'm not going to show this to my people. You can keep that. And ever since then, I've never all the choices they make, they went very proprietary for a long time. No, basically now this is a unit anybody can buy off of Alibaba and resell. There's nothing special about it. I'm sorry, Harbor Freight. You should ditch Jackery and just stick with the EcoFlow units. Carry the whole line of EcoFlow. We'll all be happy. If you need a bargain one, then contact Anchor. They got the new Anchor Solix line is fantastic. Juniper, if you guys are in, there's a very special group of people who are into buying their own inverters and stuff. Juniper's fantastic, the best bang for the buck out there. Like all the people doing van conversions and RV conversions and stuff like that, they all seem to go with this. $130 on that one. All right, let's go over here on the left side. We got the Pittsburgh ramps for $45. That's okay. Now this inflator down here for $25. Now, if you remember, I really trashed the last inflator they had, the little yellow one. It was terrible. This one is not that bad. It's also not that great. It's not terrible, all right? If you do buy it, take it home. It's kind of the old school kind of thing of Harbor Freight where quality control. So take it home, put it through its paces, and if it's fine, then it's fine. But remember, you got 90 days to return it. You might take 1 or 2 to return and be like, okay, this thing doesn't work. I get a lot of people who buy it and they're like, the first time I used it, a year later, it didn't work. Well, you should have used it when you bought it. That's just kind of the way it goes with that sort of thing. All right, the automatic battery jump starter and charger for $120. Honestly, it's not my bailiwick. I use it I've completely converted to either the top-down battery tester charger, the Bluetooth one that connects to my phone, or like the little battery jump starters, the lithium-ion little portable ones. I don't have a need for anything like this. Is anybody out there still using something like this? Why not get the 630 there, the peak, the jump pack there? It's got an air compressor in it. You can do all sorts of stuff. I don't know. Now the Apache rifle case. Oh my God. I had pictures of it. One of the viewers sent me one. I think it's like his second or third one. Absolutely loves them. Just raves about them. I love the Apache cases. I got to grab one of these. I do. It's that time of year, if you know what I mean. All right. We got the Avanti air sprayer over here for $199. That's an okay price. Nothing to write home about there on that one. All right, we got the tarp there for $19 again. The silver tarps, they're my favorite. I think the best bang for the buck. $70 on the Portland pressure washer. That's a fantastic pressure washer for the money. And that again is throwback pricing, buy it now kind of stuff. $50 on the corded pole saw. That's all right. I mean, if you can get to where you need to get with a corded pole saw, then do it. I mean, if you want the battery system, I've got the Bauer pole saw and I've got the Skill pole saw. We use the Bauer pole saw all the time. Now we've got, what do you call it? Box elder trees, and they grow like weeds. They're one of the softer hardwoods. And my wife has been battling them for the last year, and she's out there with the Bauer pole saw just all the time. I caught her in the back of my truck on a ladder wearing one of the kids' bike helmets, chopping away at one of these trees. Oh my gosh, she's an ER visit waiting to happen. Franklin, 800-pound capacity hand truck there. Decent hand truck, no flat wheels on it. $65. Again, work smart, not hard. Anybody who hurts their back, there's almost nobody ever 100% recovers from it. Take care of your back. Take it from somebody who's older, who's been around the block. I didn't take care of my knees. My knees suck. Your knees, your back, your eyes, be smart. Don't hurt yourself. Get one of these hand trucks. The Luminaire outdoor bulbs, $18. That's not a bad little deal. They're great kind of, I don't call them soft, but not bright bulbs. Good area effect kind of lighting. We got the electrical tape. I'm not a fan of the electrical tape. Funnel set 4-piece. Love the funnel set 4-piece. The folding, it's not a bad, I've got one sitting around my shop somewhere. I got one of the old school ones. And they're okay. They are. I like the newer stuff. There's a lot, for $4, you're not going to find anything newer. The shop towels, again, not a fan of the shop towels. The heat gun, it's a decent little heat gun. For $10, it's hard to argue with it. I really think the Bauer heat gun is a much better option. But I know a lot of people are like, no, I love this heat gun. And I'm not going to say, it's bad, don't get it. If you can afford the Bauer, get the Bauer. But I mean, if you're on a budget, I understand. Solid rubber wheel chocks. If you got a utility trailer, any kind, get some wheel chocks. $5, less than $5. I keep a pair of them in my bag with my all my ratchet straps. It goes along with my locks for the tongue and everything. All my trailer stuff lives in one of those Voyager bags. And I always have it with me whenever I'm doing anything with the trailer. It's just a great way to do it. All right, we got 2 more pages to go. Let's jump through it. Here's that Bauer deal I was telling you about. You got the drill driver, the impact driver, and the hammer drill. you're getting you buy any of the kits and you get a second battery free. So they come with, you get the tool, the charger, and a 1.5 amp hour battery. You get a second 1.5 free, $60 for the drill or the impact driver, $70 for the hammer drill. Unreal on that one. And look at this. We got the Bauer 8 amp hour battery for $80. Who else has got that? That's insane. Modular rolling toolbox. The Bauer one, I know some people who like it. I know some people who don't like it. I ended up giving mine to my son. He uses it all the time. I got the new Tough Belt stack system sitting right here. I think I'm going to be converting. I'm a big fan of the T-Stack, the Versa Stack. I talked about, I'm going to be converting over to the Tough Stack. That's just the way it is. It's not the same price category, though. It just isn't. You can get a full stack here of the Bauer, I think, for like $100. The full stack on the Tough Built, the basic stack is going to be $200. So it's going to be in line with Packout. It's going to be in line with the new Tough System 2 from DeWalt. It's in the Flex Stack and stuff like that. Next, we got the impact wrench, corded impact wrench from Bauer. I've talked about this a bunch of times. If you're on a budget or you just need a go-to tire changer kind of thing, it's not a bad tool. For $60 for around the shop at home kind of stuff, it's not a bad tool. Now, next to it, we got the Bauer planer for $300. It's a solid deal. But when the Hercules 3-blade planer goes on sale, it's like $370, $360. Now, it's not on sale for this, unfortunately. Think about it before you buy the Bauer. The Bauer's decent. I absolutely love the Hercules, okay? And that's kind of the story of Bauer to Hercules as it is. All right, now we got the McGraw air compressors here. The 20-gallon we'll talk about in a minute. The 3-gallon, they're your choice in the hot dog or the pancake. It's just a form factor. Nice basic nailing air compressors at $50, but that's a standard sale price. It's not a right home kind of price. Titanium drill bit, step drill bits at $10, normal pricing. 5 amp slide switch angle grinder, $15. I think that's normal pricing. It's not the one that normally goes on sale for $10. It's the step up from that. It's the 5 amp, okay? 6 amp rotating handle. That's kind of nice. Recip saw, $20. Again, standard price, standard best sale pricing, okay? Harbor Freight usually has 3 sale pricings: the meh, the and the buy it now price. Those are all 3 at the buy it now kind of price. But again, they go on sale at that price fairly often. Okay, here's the McGraw 20-gallon here. It's $200. It's a good air compressor. It really is. But if you need a big air compressor, I'm going to tell you, save up if you can, figure out what you can do, and get the Fortress there for $350. I know it's a big jump up for $150. That's a huge jump up. I get it. I do. The 8-gallon down there for $139. Again, at that point, it's like, it's not bad. It's not a bad little shop compressor. The form factor can be good for a lot of people, roll under a bench, stuff like that. We got the Vulcan welding wire, and then we got the OmniPro. I can talk here. OmniPro 220. Again, throwback pricing, $950. $950 on the Vulcan OmniPro. This is the one, the process. We're looking at 120 or 240. It pretty much does it all for $950. That is a sweetheart of a welder there. It's a great deal. The titanium there, the MiG 170, again, dual voltage. That's a solid welder there and a decent price at $469. Now above it, let's talk about this. This is the Hercules impact wrench. If you guys haven't been seeing Hercules, just when they launched this, everyone was just like, Harbor Freight did what? And they were taking on and competing and winning versus like DeWalt and Milwaukee. And then they had the high torque, the ultra torque, and they've got a new, if you haven't seen over at Torque Test channel, the new leaked, accidentally sold early, the new Series 2 ultra torque. It's just bringing all of it. Now this is a step down. This is the regular high torque for $150, okay? Now it's tool only, friction ring, all right? But if you're in the Hercules line and you don't need screaming, amounts of torque and just basic raging high torque is good enough for you, at $150, that's a darn good deal. 5-year warranty on that. All right, let's come down here. The Chicago 10-inch sliding compound miter saw. I'm not a fan. Some people say it's decent. At $100, it's not a special price on it. It really isn't. I would hold off for Black Friday. Maybe the Metabo HPT will come down. Maybe a Skill will come down. It's not. I hope they're coming out with a new one. I hope that's why they've just been keeping it at this low price and just selling a bunch of it. The Franklin ladder for $100, that's a average good, buy it now sale price. If you've been waiting for that ladder, it's a solid ladder. I have that and the Little Giant. As far as I'm concerned, the Little Giant has a little better fit and finish, but as far as capability and does it work, does it do what it's supposed to? Yeah, the Franklin is a heck of a lot cheaper and does all the same things just as well. Let's see here. Okay, let's come down here. We've got the hardwood dolly for $10. Okay, the wheel for $4 or $5. We got the latex gloves, the fiberglass hammer. I'm not a fan of that fiberglass hammer. I'm not a fan of this flashlight either. This right here, this is, we always talk about diamond in the rough. This is the 20-ounce HVLP gravity feed airspeed gun. Every time I mention it and say that, pros actually use this, people comment down below. And I'm sure people will this time. This is a no-brainer. If you're looking for a budget spray gun, this is it. Game over. $9. You're done. All right. Now that's it for the sale. I got some new items. Harbor Freight just launched. We got the new 16-gallon wet dry vac with the whole cart system with the handle, $140. Remember, these are launch prices. Harbor Freight typically launches high and lets the price settle down. Next up, we got the 3/4 inch drive, 100 to 600 professional click torque wrench, ratcheting torque wrench, by the way. This thing is an absolute beast. I think they're coming out with a 1/2 inch as well. I got some pictures that were sent to me. I should have had them ready. I'm sorry I don't. We got the Quinn. A lot of people saw the new Quinn set. They're like, when are we going to be able to get our hands on the new Quinn ratchets? Here they are. There's a 1/2 inch and there's a 3/4 inch coming out as well, $30. And of course, everyone's been seeing the videos floating around YouTube. Harbor Freight launched a new welding table. And this thing, a modular welding, there's a fixture table, is I think what it's called. It comes with a bunch of little parts so you can lock stuff down. You get the full kit there. It's like, I can't remember, 36 pieces or something like that. It could be used as a bench top, or you can put the legs on it, make it a standalone kind of thing. I've said before, this looked to me to be the exact same as what we're seeing over at Northern Tool. Now, and I did check, and all the specs look the same. The parts look the same. Here's the difference. The Northern Tool has all the same stuff. It's $200. Here's the Harbor Freight. It's $130 less, and that's not even the sale price, and it's got some color on the handles. There you go. Anyway, thanks again to our agent Deep Freight Core, everyone who helps, keep everyone informed. Again, if you've got some information about what's going on at Harbor Freight you want to share, you can email me at red@denatools.com. We always protect, all our agents, usually by deleting the emails after I get them and not looking at the names. So I have no idea who these people are because I purposely don't look at the names and don't remember. So I couldn't even tell people if I wanted to. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. If you like what we do here, you know what? Do the little YouTube dance. Go down there. Let me turn this thing off. Go down there and, chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe. Ring the bell because we're going to be covering everything all the way through Black Friday, Harbor Freight, Home Depot, all the stores and everything, all the way through Christmas and then the after Christmas sales as well. You don't want to miss out on any of this stuff. Also this year, so I'm not going to be going to the Equip show down in Kentucky next week. I'm still not recovered. I can't make it. I will be at SEMA this year, God willing. That's the first week in November. And we're also planning to go to CES. I got approved passes for both. We're going to be there as long as we can get there. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.